Today was one of those rare content days where everything just seemed a little too perfect. Was it just luck or something more? Now, while building my coaching business, I'm still very hands on with my videography company. I'm always navigating real client challenges from trial and error to just striving to be the best entrepreneur that I can be. But what's my goal? It's to teach you how to charge what you're worth and earn the respect that you deserve from your clients. Stick around and I'm gonna give you a real look at what it takes to run a videography business and actually start making money. Now, for context, I was working with a couple of mortgage lenders who were actually on a mission to elevate their online presence for an exciting project that they're working on. The job? Create engaging IG reels that introduce who they are, answer the most burning pain points for their ideal demographic, and funnel those ideal clients into their top secret project. From the moment we had our discovery call, I knew this shoot would be an absolute breeze. Their sense of humor and openness just stood out immediately, and because I focused on steering the conversation toward what really mattered to them, we were aligned from the start. Thankfully, my experience was hand in hand with what their mission is. If you truly know how you can help your client win, that's all the difference between being salesy or actually just providing a solution and building trust with them. This wasn't just about creating content and handing over footage. It was literally about making content that genuinely resonates and has a long-term impact. This type of project isn't about instant results. It actually takes consistency and time. But thankfully, they were on board to test the waters and trust my judgment. However, when it came time to shoot, that's actually when the truth came out. Everything started way too smooth. Typically, I always leave a bit of headspace aside just in case problems arise, because if you don't act quick, then you look like an amateur, and that's never a good look. So I started setting up equipment in the podcast room that this location coincidentally had, as if the day couldn't go any smoother. Now, the clients were practicing their scripts, and I was just mentally preparing for any minor disaster that could have happened. But instead, things were just working. The view was nice, and I was setting up for the main shot of the day. Then the first problem, well, it hit. Can I get you to sit in this chair over here? I just want to see what that looks like.
Sit in the chair.
Okay, so what I might do, Things got crammed. The room was way smaller than expected after framing my initial shot. Like, really crammed. The problem was I wanted depth in the shot, but the room was just way too small, and then there is this huge couch in the way. Honestly, there just wasn't enough room for me to do this with the straight-on shot that I originally hoped for. Thinking I might pull this guy out, just pull it out into the hallway, just so I can pull up the chairs a little bit and then give you guys a tiny bit of depth behind you. First, we kicked out the couch, literally. So with that obstacle out of the way, I thought we would have enough space now. We ended up with a little bit more flexibility for framing, which was good, but there was still one more issue after I set up the lighting. My main key light decided that it wanted to add to the scene as well. This was mad annoying. I wanted to keep the main lights off to expose my shot for the windows and have the background of the city show, but because the key light was reflecting in the window, I had to figure out a plan. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have a flag on me or anything to really block out the reflection, as you can see here, and I kind of struggled with it for a second, trying to get it to stop reflecting. I thought about it for a few more seconds, and I thought I would try a new approach. I'm gonna try one more variation too, bringing it back. So I just decided to rotate everything and just put my subjects at an angle. This resulted in the reflection gone, and suddenly we had extra depth, and it made for a really pretty shot. Honestly, it was one of those unplanned but looks intentional kind of moments, so I'm just gonna call it a win. This transitioned perfectly into the rest of the day, because with those minor issues out of the way, the rest of the shoot was insanely smooth. We knocked out all of the scripts in just 2 takes. The clients were absolute naturals on camera, and then we ended up wrapping up the day. But none of this would have been possible without good planning, understanding their vision, and being able to actually execute on what I originally wanted to help them with. All right, I just wrapped up shooting. I'm driving home now. That was so quick. It was like a 3-hour shoot. Now I'm going to go home, import the footage. My job is done. Well, almost. I took all the footage home, started uploading to my editor, and then I took all the scripts and I was inserting my idea of what kind of B-roll I think would look good over the top, and a little bit of help from ChatGPT. Kinda, not really. Finally, my job was done. Here's the thing that you have to think about. having a smooth shoot isn't the only thing that defines a successful day. It's about how you frame your shoots in the initial conversations with clients. It's about understanding their goals and setting expectations with a clear path to their desired outcome, and making sure that you're a good fit to begin with. Charging your worth is so much more than just doing the actual thing. It's about the journey that you're taking your client on, and most of all, the transformation that you can help them achieve if they work with you. If you're interested in learning how to balance your own creative business and charge your worth, feel free to hop on a call with me by using the first link in my description. Let's come up with a game plan on how we can help you get to the next level.